going to get the link so that I can send out the message to the text notification squad. We're going to be talking today, just really briefly. I don't plan on staying on for too long, but we're going to be talking really briefly about my weight loss slash fitness journey. So if you all just come in, pull up a seat, come to the front, get your questions together, because I've been noticing a little bit of a trend, and I wanted to just speak on it to just nip that in the bud really quickly so that it doesn't go much further than it already has. So I'm going to give you all a few moments to come on in. We're live on all platforms. We're not doing the intro. We're just going straight into it. And so, all right, I see you all coming in. Perfect. So let me just grab this link. Hey, Ali, you're the first person here on YouTube. So let me grab the link. Welcome. Juju is second, Rayo is third, Jay is fourth. All right. Let me get the URL up. Hey, Sonia, when I was a little girl, I wanted my name to be Sonia instead of Tanya. And then I even told people my name was Sonia a few times. And then I just, I just was like, no, my name is, I'm more of a Tanya. Somebody saying, no text? No, baby. Don't you see I'm typing it? The video has to go live and I need to get the link in order to be able to send out the text. That makes sense, right? Because I can't send out a text with the link if the video is not live. That's why I do the countdown typically, so that you all can have 15 minutes to get here. So the text, I just sent it, and so it's queued up. All right, so come on in. I wanted to have a discussion with you all today about my weight loss slash fitness journey, where I started at, what did I do, how am I doing right now, as well as my tips to you all. I'm still waiting for that text notification to go out. So let me I'll get the comments up on the screen. Hey, everybody. Hey. Welcome in Facebook, welcome in LinkedIn, welcome in Twitter, and welcome in YouTube. Welcome. People are shouting out Leo season already. It's not even summer. All right, so I'm still waiting for the text to go out. Let me refresh. This is another reason that I give the 15 minutes in the beginning in case there's any delay. All right, so it just sent. All right, that was it right there. All right, welcome, everybody. Okay, so let's jump right into the topic now that the text notification has gone out. And if you want to join the text notification squad, click the link in the description. You'll get a text whenever we go live. That way you have the direct link, the description of the video. You always get one, whether these platforms unsubscribe you or whatever the case may be. All right, so listen, let's talk really quickly, because the trend that I've been seeing in my comments is I'm seeing a lot of people coming out saying, oh, wow, you've lost so much weight. Oh, I'm going to do a fast. Oh, I'm doing my fast right now, et cetera, et cetera. Extended period fast is not the best way to lose weight. To me, I don't even recommend it as a way to lose weight, right? Because of several different reasons. Mindset, as well as the desire for a shortcut, and the desire to feel that all you have to do is just stop eating and then you'll lose weight. Is 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 you stopping eating, is the method that you are employing, is that in the greatest, oh God, how do I put this? In terms of overall health, overall long-term sustainable health, is that in your best interest, right? And I'll just say this. I would not recommend long-term fasting as a way to lose weight. If you want to do a cleanse, um, if you want to reset, if you want to maybe heal some things on the inside, I would suggest it. And I would suggest that if you're going to do anything more than 4 days, that you have a holistic practitioner who can assist you on your journey. Doing a juice fast is not just about drinking juices, it's about what juices to drink and how to do them. So let me just tell you all this, right? My the way that I and the thing is, people are going on and on and on about how much slimmer I look. I only lost 20, I only reduced by 20 pounds, right? I released 20 pounds, but a portion of that 20 pounds was muscle. I lost some muscle. My thyroid was affected by the extended fast. These were things that I was willing to do in exchange for the health benefits of resetting my taste buds, of breaking my addiction to sugar and carbohydrates, and just doing an internal reset, right? I was at a facility in the beginning that was monitored by a doctor, and I ended at a facility that were monitored by doctors. What I did was I did 30 days of juicing. And along that way, part of the reason that I did the 30 days of juicing was to be in a state of fast, to break my addictions, to give up the dependence, the emotional dependence that I had on food. And I worked with therapists. Like I see people who are like, "Oh, I'm going to fast to lose weight." But my weight loss didn't come from merely fasting. Like people are like, "Oh, you look great." This was just not a matter of just fasting. I worked with psychological therapists, EFT therapists, massage therapists. I did colon hydrotherapy. I was doing coffee enemas. Um, I was doing coffee enemas. I was walking 5 miles a day. Excuse me. And I would say that the biggest component in the shift that I had is doing the emotional and psychological work. The weight was on there for a reason. The weight protected me. The food was a source of comfort. The comfort foods were a source of relief. Food was my drug. And I knew exactly which drugs to take in order to get what high on the inside. If I was feeling stressed and needed soothing relief, right? I get something high fat, high starch. If it was really, really stressful, I would have to deep fry something. If I needed, if I needed, if I needed a sort of reassuring pick me up, I would get some sugars. So it was like we look at drug addicts and we're like, you're on drugs. But food is our drug. Food has, somebody is saying coffee enemas, but like, oh, yes, absolutely. Oh, coffee enemas, the caffeine inside of the coffee stimulates your liver to produce bile. Your liver cleans out your blood. You do a coffee enema for 15 minutes, and your blood has recycled through your body 4 to 5 times, and it has gone through the process of cleansing. Yes, you want to listen. People like sausage, but they don't like how they don't want to know how the sausage is made. I cleanse myself. My skin is vibrant. I have a no foundation whatsoever. Um, I'm vibrant, I'm thriving. There were a lot of things that I did, and I talked to you all about this on my Instagram page. And you know what? One person wrote on my video. I don't even remember if it was on Facebook or YouTube, but they wrote, "It's obvious that Tanya had some work done," right? And I wanted to focus in on that real quick, right? When I first embarked upon my journey, I spoke with a young lady. And when I told her how much it costs for the entire journey, because this entire the third the I did for a 40-day healing hiatus, it was tens of thousands of dollars, right? Multiples, right? I told some of you how much it cost in earlier videos, but it was tens of thousands of. It was not working with doctors and having all of the therapies that I was doing was not cheap. The flights, it was not cheap. The organic juices and the organic foods and all of that, and it was it was not cheap. Being off the grid, off the beaten path in a secluded area was not cheap. It was an investment. And when I told her how much it cost, she was like, shit. She was like, shit, you could go get 360 lipo, a tummy tuck, a this, a that for that much money, right? And I was like, that's not the point. you know, that's not the point. The point is really about redoing, resetting on the inside. It's about shifting your mindset. It's about changing. Like when I was on my journey and I wasn't eating, it was difficult dealing with the emotional ups and downs that I was going through. I went through a healing purge. I had to deal with my mother's death and all of these things that we push aside. I had to deal with my my childhood molestation. I had to deal with a lot of these different things. I had to deal with forgiveness, forgiving people that I didn't even realize that I needed to forgive. I had to dive deeply in and do the internal work. The work that was put off by me reaching for a piece of cake or reaching for something to soothe me in some deep fried hot ass oil. I had to deal with the things that I had been dealing with, like this, and being comforted and soothed. And it's like, if you take away the thing that has been soothing you, and you don't do the work on the things that need soothing, then what do you turn to? Then you're going to be out there doing 360 rounds on dicks. You're going to be rotating 360 round and round on dicks out there. You're going to be shopping. You're going to be out there doing all sorts of things, punching people at work. And Nakia is saying, oh, this was more than dealing with weight loss. You think the weight is on there for no reason? Weight loss is never about the fat. We all know what we need to do to lose weight. Less calories, more workout. Unless you have some sort of thyroid issues and you deal with a doctor and you work, that way, right? Drinking alcohol, that's right. Going out drinking. Let me tell you something. That very same person who was like, shoot, you could just get 360 lipo, a lift, a tuck, a dip, a that, this, that. The same person who said that to me, she had gotten that done on herself, right? And she's out 3 times a week drinking, partying, out there, turn up, tongue out in pictures, just living what looks like her best life. And you can see her trying to hold on as the weight begins to creep back. Come on. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like there are no shortcuts. There's no shortcut. You have got to do the internal work. The young lady, Nakia, who was like, oh, so this was about more than just weight loss journey. I mean, when you do, listen, let me just say this to you. It was never about weight loss. It was always about healing. When you heal yourself emotionally, when you heal yourself psychologically, things just fall into place. The brightness of my eyes is not a result of going out on a journey to lose weight. And the thing is, if your goal is to lose weight and not to gain fitness, then you're on the wrong track. If your goal is to lose weight and not to gain health, you're on the wrong track. So when you start on the inside working, look, I showed, let me go to my Instagram page. You know what? I could go on here. Let me go and let me go to my Instagram page so that you all can All right. So this is my Instagram page, and this is where it is that how I started my journey, right? All right. So when I started my journey, so I was doing infrared sauna, sitting out in the sun. I have before and after pictures. This is, oh, you can't see. You have to do, hold on. All right. So on the far left is how I started out on the journey. And then we got to day 4 on there. This is the coffee enemas that I was doing. I was doing an ultra light roast um blend, right? I do a therapy blend now. This is me getting my colonic. Colon irrigation. You got to clean out that intestines, right? Let's see. I was doing yoga, right? I was doing yoga. Like this was not a joke. This wasn't a game. I was going out into nature. These are some beautiful pictures. I took all of these with my phone. They're just the photos, the Hawaii. This was in Hawaii. It was just so gorgeous, right? I was out in nature. Then I went to the yoga retreat. By the time I got to the yoga retreat, this is me right here on day 9. I went to the yoga retreat, I say day 12, I believe. So day 9 and 10, I was still in Hawaii. Day 12, day 13. It looks like I skipped day 11 because I was traveling, right? So so you see, I was getting my tan and all of that other stuff. I was juicing daily. This is how much juice it takes for 1 day of juice. This is the vegetables that it took, and they were all organic, right? I got look at me all oiled up. I look like a chicken. Mhm. I then by the time we got to day 14, this was me. I was out in the sun walking. These are images of me walking outside each day doing 5 miles. I got acupuncture. You see, I got the things all poking in my head, my belly, my hand, all over my legs. I did acupuncture, more yoga. I was doing yoga every single day. I was in the sauna hot tub hanging out with people. It was so much fun. I got my facial. Oh, I was feeling so pretty that day. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. Right? I was hanging out with good people by the fire, laughing and loving. I worked on intimate healing as well. Listen, I dove fully into all of my healing. Listen, I was doing sunrise meditations on the beach. Um, I don't have the images in Hawaii of the therapies that I was doing, but I did EFT, breath work, psychotherapy, colon hydrotherapy, massage therapy. I did a lot of different things. And then I headed out to Sedona. This is when I left the Sedona. I had my happy time pants on, as you see. Hey. Then I left from through Miami. I got into Sedona, and so this was me out in the areas of Sedona. This is me, but I thought I was too cute. Yeah, you ain't ready for that jelly. I said you ain't ready for that jelly. Okay, so nonetheless, nonetheless, look at the way Arizona looks from the sky. Nonetheless, I did ozone therapy. This is me inside of an ozone tank, just going through it, right? And then this is me, day 22, day 23, day 24, day 25. I had a lot of healing and release. As you see, I was going through it, just really just relaxing into the process. Yoga, big bosom gal, hey, big bosom. Okay, what am I doing? Let me stay focused. Yoga and sound baths and um group therapy. So we were doing sound baths. Let me see if we could play some of this sound. Wow. Wow. All right. Going out to in the sun in Buddhist temples and doing our intentions and meditating and praying, and it was more than just, oh, let me just go do some, oh, let me it was not that. It was really diving fully into releasing old patterns and habits and things that that I held on to. So that was me day 26, day 27, day 28, day 29, right? And then this was the before and after. So this was day 1 and day 30 of my juice fast, right? And as you see, there's a tremendous difference. Skin is different, eyes different. The just you see the difference. You see the difference. You see the difference. You see it. You see it. And then it was back here, y'all. Tanya TK. Okay. I don't know what's going on with me, but apparently I'm tripping, right? And then remember when we were doing the bunny ears before Easter. So there we go. Yes. Okay. So that's pretty much the bulk of it. So I wanted to know what questions you had because we can talk about that now. We can talk about any questions that you have. Bum 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 bum. Let me check the apples. Okay, we good. All right. So I'm going to open up the phone lines and we're going to talk for a little bit. You can also write your questions there or you can send your questions through the Cash App. The Cash App name is at Tanya TKO. It's in the description. So you can do it that way. Let me open up the phone lines real quick. All right. Hold on. I had to get into the right screen. All right. Phone lines are open. I'm put it across the screen. 323. Ozone is O3. It infuses oxygen, the highest form of oxygen, into your body. So oxygen, once you put you cram 3 molecules together into O3, it becomes ozone. And it helps with clearing out toxins. It helps with bringing in that heat. You know how when you breathe in real deep and it helps you with the just that stuff of clearing. That's what it does. Amazing stuff. So the telephone number is going across the screen. 323-488-3149. Somebody's talking about what do you oh, that's a great question. What do I do now? So some of the things that I'm doing now, I'm still doing coffee enemas. I've started also adding in wheatgrass enemas, right? I just really love I love them now at this point. They just make you feel so vibrant, right? I have continued to not eat oil. I did some oil, I did like a teaspoon of olive oil to saute some onions the other day, and that was about it. I saute with water now because what we don't want to do is we don't want to add these hundreds of calories from oil. It doesn't make sense. Like some of us are adding flavor with oil. Child, I beg you, find some flavor another way. I beg you, find some flavor another way because because you're adding hundreds of calories that now you have to try to work off. You're adding hundreds of calories. I mean, if you want some flavor, find some flavor another way. If you intentionally want to add fat, because you want to slow down digestion or whatever it is that you want to do, if you want to add fat, nobody has any calls that they want to make. Let me see. I'm gonna keep reading over here. Did I reset my thyroid by fasting? No, I think I damaged my thyroid. I think I damaged my thyroid because my body temperature dropped very low. Um I have a thermometer. I'll tell you all right now. I, mm, 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 mm. I didn't even turn the son of a bee on. Lord have mercy. I'm bugging. Here we go. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Hmm. Hmm. Wow, the phone line is ringing. I gotta grab it, but my temperature has come back up. This is crazy. You're in your live with Tanya. What's your name? Hello. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I gotta get the thing together. I'm not in the right ear. Hello? Okay, so my temperature is about 98.5 or 6. Um, when I was doing my fast, my temperature was in at 97 points. So when you have a hard time regulating your body temperature, it could be that your thyroid is struggling. So I haven't measured my temperature in a few weeks. Give me 1 second, caller on the phone. I'm gonna get to you in 1 second. I'm sorry, because I was taking my temperature when you were calling in. So it was at 97 degrees when I was doing my fast, and I couldn't get my body temperature up. It was at 97.1, 97.6. And that's an indication that your thyroid may be struggling. So fasting, could have harmed my thyroid. This is what I'm saying. You have whatever it is that you're doing, it is important for you to stay on top of your health markers, like getting your blood work done. I was getting my blood work done every 10 days. It was expensive. It was like $400 to get my blood work done. But this is what I'm saying. The whole entire excursion was an expensive, was it an investment? All right. So, talk to me, caller. What's your name and where you calling in from? Hey, PC or TC? TT. Okay. Hey, TT. So talk to. Oh wait, I don't think they can hear you. I think you got. Okay. So now they can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. And you're from my alma mater too. So hey, go see.
Hey, ow. There's somebody who's saying that 97 is still normal. Let me just say this to you.
Listen.
Everybody has their own normal baseline temperature, and mine is about 98.6. So when I dropped an entire degree, that is something that needs to be looked into. I know you mean well, Mrs. W, but homeostasis, the body is always fighting to stay in regular. And so when you get out of balance, that's when you have to start looking into seeing what's going on. So I'm sorry, TT. I just had to say that real quick. Go ahead.
No problem. I wanted to say first and foremost, I did see a progression while you were posting on IG. So that was
Okay.
awesome that you were able to do that for yourself. You look gorgeous.
Thank
Keep
you.
on doing you. I wish everybody had the opportunity to do that for themselves. I
Mm,
understand not everybody can.
yeah.
I'm not calling necessarily for myself because even my friends and family say I eat like a bird because of just how I eat. I
Mm-hmm.
don't ingest much of anything, even though I'm not vegan. But I wanted to ask you, based on the 40-day journey that you took, so I was thinking like that would be so amazing. My mom just turned 70
Mm-hmm.
to take her on a trip like that, but it wouldn't be something that you went through exactly. Maybe
Mm.
perhaps something catered more to someone of her age,
Okay.
based on flexibility, age. She's diabetic also. You
Okay.
know what I mean? So, would you happen to know perhaps a comparable? I know I can just Google it. I just wondered perhaps if you know of some
You
of
know
that.
what? I think that Googling is the best go-to at this point because I don't have a suggestion. Because
Okay.
I w- I went to the different places that I went to for what was right for me. I needed a particular thing that was right for
Yeah.
me and where it is that I was and what it is that I wanted to accomplish. But I would honestly say to Google because you know what you need out of a retreat. You know what I mean? You know what and how
Yeah.
you want to do it. You know what I mean? You know whether or not you want doctors, you
Absolutely.
know whether or not you want um different types of a facility with different types of drips and all this other stuff. You know what you need. So I would suggest Googling and just kind of getting a sense for. So I would get a piece of paper and I would write out what do you, Stacy says the
What's
doctors
the
say a
objective?
degree difference is of no concern. Okay. So nonetheless,
Okay.
So
So
go ahead. Yeah.
yeah, and I was gonna say, did you use a particular company that set up all your travels for you, all your
No, I
experience, the
just did
whole
it on my
experience for
own.
you?
I just did it
Okay,
on
so
my
you did it.
own.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Hmm.
All right,
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to ask. Thank you for letting me on. I appreciate speaking to you,
All
and
right.
you
Thank you,
answered my
TT.
question.
Have a great day.
You as
All right.
well. Thanks.
Bye bye. Yeah. So, Stacy Jones was saying the doctors say a degree of difference is of no concern. Um, Whenever your body changes, there may be need for concern. Um, the body is always, there's a thing called homeostasis. Your doctors and your nurses will know about this. Homeostasis is the body's internal regulator that keeps the body's temperature regulated, that keeps everything the same because the body likes to be the same. Like I said, dropping a degree in temperature could mean that the thyroid is struggling. This is why it's important to get your health markers checked. You in the comments saying that a thing is not something. Hold on for just one moment. I'm just addressing somebody real quick, okay?
That's fine.
All right. You in the comments saying that something is not a problem is inappropriate. You don't know anybody here's blood work. You don't know what anything that's happening inside of a person's body is indicative of any other issue. It is inappropriate for you to give any type of health advice about the internal workings of somebody's body whose health measurements you have not seen. So please, it's not appropriate, and I would love it if we could not do that. Thank you. All right, you're on the air live with Tanya. Tell me your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, my name's Kaylee, and I'm calling from Ohio.
Hi. Okay, Kaylee, welcome on from Ohio in the house. Talk to us.
So, you were talking about fasting and how you felt that it may have hurt your thyroid. I have really bad eating habits where I typically don't eat in the morning until I feel my sugar is too low. And I recently asked my friend, who also is hypoglycemic, um, I mean, she doesn't have diabetes, but I asked her, I said, does fasting, not eating, could that give you diabetes? And what she was concerned with, I know you can go online and get blood tests done for like your pancreas, but you were talking about the thyroid.
Mm-hmm.
So I just didn't know. Is that something I should look into? Is that one of the tests that you did for yourself that was important for your diet or,
You
your
know, I
journey?
did, I did I did do the blood work markers for my TS levels, TS3, TS4, etc. However, I would advise you not to get health information about your body from a friend. Please, you just heard me telling a person in the comments,
Right.
right? You have to talk to
Well,
your
I've been to a
doctor.
gastroenterologist before, but and I've had a colonoscopy and an endoscopy, and nothing really came up from that. So I just, sometimes doctors don't take you seriously, and you kind of have to go out there and ask
Start talking to
questions.
friends. So, are you
Well,
saying
I'm just asked. Okay.
did you get your insulin levels checked and all of that other stuff?
Well, they did blood work, I'm sure, before I got the, procedure done, but I've never I never heard anything back, so I'm assuming that my levels were okay.
Right, but you know, this
Um,
is and are you're a black woman?
no,
Oh, talk to us. What is your race?
I'm white.
Okay, you're right.
I like watching your show. I
No, no, no,
resonate
it's
with
quite
the
all right.
things
If you
that
were a
you
black
say.
woman, it would be a totally different story. As a white woman, right, you have an advantage in the medical field because your request will be taken more seriously as a white woman. When people do your blood, when your doctor does your blood work, you need to have your GP sit down with you and go over what your blood work is saying, because it's like it's telling a story from the inside, and you have to sit down with your doctor to find out what that story is saying.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. I just
So,
I guess I don't ask enough questions when I'm in the actual office with them. And I should probably lead the appointment a little bit more, but
yeah, you have to. Yeah, the way you sound disempowered. I thought you were black.
no,
Because
no.
we get handled
I
any
love
type
your
of way in the
show.
medical field. No, listen, go and get
Oh,
you have got to, see what's happening on the inside of your body. This is the only way that you can tell where was I and where am I now. If a person is, when I started my journey, I was pre-diabetic. How do I know? I only knew that from the levels where my insulin was
mhm.
when I first started the journey. I was pre-diabetic and pre-hypertensive. So your blood work is going to tell you the story of what is going on the inside.
Right, right. Well, when you went into your doctor's, did you specifically say, I just want a full workup? This is my goal. Like, I want to lose weight and become healthier. Or because I've tried to talk to my doctor, and I just feel like I get brushed under the rug or I'm not assertive enough. Um, I don't,
Why don't you
I don't know
change
if
your
I should. I
primary care doctor? Because if this is how you're being treated, look, let me tell you something.
Okay.
Kylie or Kelsey, tell me again your
My
name.
name's Kaylee.
I got it all wrong. Kaylee, listen,
That's
Kaylee,
fine.
your body and your life are your concern. You have got to do the things that you need to do. You say you like watching my show. What is the self love
Right.
lesson in what you're telling me right now?
I need to empower myself. I need to stick up for myself because I it's just so hard. I have to keep trying and I get turned down by these doctors. I mean, this is
What are
why I
they
wanted to
turning
call
down?
in.
What are you asking them to do that they're turning down?
Well, I went and got those procedures done and I went back in, after everything was done. They said there was like a polyp in my stomach, this and that, but I really didn't have anything other than here's a sheet of paper with what not to eat on it, and I follow that, but there's just still problems, so I
What
guess
type
I
of
just have to
insurance
keep
do you have?
digging.
Do you have like Medicaid, or so you got proper insurance?
Yeah,
Oh,
I have Medicaid.
okay.
My insurance is decent, but you're right, as in my primary care, I've had since I was like a little kid, and he doesn't really give a
So you're
crap
you're
about
seeing your
his
pediatrician?
patients. No, he's a primary care. It's just somebody I've seen since it's my family doctor, but I haven't got a new primary care yet.
Okay,
So
so
I'm
listen, you need to change your primary care physician. You need to change them, because if they're too familiar with you and they're not taking you seriously, and you're not, and you got to go in there fighting polyps and fighting the doctor, and fighting all this is too much, Sophia. No, I'm just, that's from a
right.
Color Purple reference. But listen, you've got to take your health into your hands. The self love lesson here is that you've got to do what you need to do. When I went on my journey, I asked I asked the doctor um for a, what do you call that, a requisite for blood work, right? Because in New York you
Mhm.
can't get blood work without a doctor's requisite, right? So I asked this was part of
Okay.
the reason that I went to a doctor run facility, right? Um, they gave me the requisite for different types of things to check in the blood, because you have to pay for each one of those. I don't look, I paid out of pocket, right, for
Oh,
it.
geez.
Like I said, it was 400 plus dollars out of pocket, and that was half
Right.
off because it was 900 to 1100 um But then I was able to get half off, which turned to be like $400 or $500 for the blood work because I was getting leptin checked and insulin and estrogen and estradiol and all of these different things that I was getting checked on my TS3 and TS4. And when your blood work comes in, you need to sit with your doctor and have your doctor go over what each one of those numbers means. You must, because there's no way for you to tell where you're headed if you don't see the information on the inside.
Right. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if I have a hormonal imbalance or something of that nature either. It's just been, um, like you said, my doctor's too familiar with me and he doesn't take me seriously.
Yeah, and you also might need
So,
to take a look into also seeing a naturopath, because the doctor that I saw at the first facility was a naturopath. She's an MD and a
homeopathic.
naturopath. Yes, absolutely. And so when you're dealing with a naturopathic doctor, they take a more holistic approach at health and healing, etc. So you've got to figure out what your goal is and who can come along the journey with you to assist you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do. I do.
Okay, because if your goal is to be healthy, because let me tell you something. If if something happens, if your polyp turns into a tumor or this, that, and the other, goodness forbid, right? I'm only giving an example. And they
Right.
gotta go fill you with embalming fluid and drop you in a casket. That doctor is going to be sitting around the table with his family carving up turkey, laughing, and as the kids are on their mobile phones around the home, while your children will be weeping because mama is gone. So you need to do the things that you need to do for your health, because you have to be your own advocate. Because when all is said and done, your doctor's going home to his family. His wife's polyps are probably taken care of, but you got to be in there fighting polyps, punching up at the doctor, trying to get. No, all of that is too much. It's too much.
Right. You absolutely. It is too much. Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Goodness.
So, Kaylee, it was so great for you to call in. We've been on for 11 minutes, so I know there may be other people who want to call. So, remember, advocate for
Right.
yourself. Look at the self-love lesson of what it is that you're telling me, and and work with someone who is qualified to work with you, who you feel is on your team.
Thank you for answering my call, Tanya.
All right, thank you so much.
You have a good
Have a
day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, phone lines are open. So, yeah, that call was a really important call, and I am stunned. I'm stunned that the caller, is Caucasian and being ping ponged around the doctor's office like that. You know what I mean? It's like I thought that we were getting the raw end of the stick. This is just indicative of problems in our healthcare system which are just terrible on a tier. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Maria Lee. I'm from calling from Ohio,
Hey, Maria
and
Lee
I was
from
really,
Ohio. Welcome to the line. Welcome. So, talk to us. What is your question?
I first want to commend you on your show. This is a very good topic that needs to be addressed, and I'm glad you are addressing it because there's women of all cultures that need to listen and learn on this diet, all these different diet fads that are going on.
Mm-hmm.
I was I was hoping that you would get to her when she kept saying she had a procedure done. That what procedure did she get done? I just recently had the sleeve done. Okay, so I'll be following up with my doctor on Friday. But nevertheless, I've lost about 31 pounds, and I still have a lot of concerns because I just don't like drinking these liquid protein drinks, and I want to get back to the natural foods. And they say after a month you can. I've had the sleeve done where they shrink your stomach or take part of your stomach, not the mini
Mm-hmm.
bypass or anything of that sort. But I was trying to find out what type of procedure she had. But yes, they give you a
She
book
had a
showing you.
colonoscopy. This is what she said.
Oh, I didn't. I missed that part. Then I'm
Okay.
sorry. Well, I had
Okay.
my colonoscopy 5 years ago, and I had delayed that, but mine was clear, and he didn't need to see me for 10 years,
Talk
so
to
that
me.
was a
What is
good
your
thing.
question, babe?
So, in any case, I had the sleeve done, and I'm losing weight at a normal rate, not too fast, but I'm just following up with my doctor. And in your, I was just wanted to comment also. I didn't have a question. I just wanted to comment and commend you on the show that you are addressing today, the concerns of people wanting to lose weight. There's so many different things out here, the keto and everything else. That is a very popular show, and I love your show, and I want to commend you on this topic because we all
Oh,
need to
thank you.
follow through with the doctors, and you're hitting a lot of good points that um, we need to hear. Are there any retreat camps that where you can go for like a month or two?
I don't know of any.
Okay.
It's you know what, especially places that we can feel comfortable, if you know what I mean, right?
Absolutely. And
I don't
we,
know of any. I went on my journey, and there were some uncomfortable moments of ignorance around me,
uh-huh.
especially with the whole thing going on in Ukraine and all this other stuff. There were some moments of some ignorance where I had to teach people a thing or two, but it was just, I don't know of any, unfortunately. Hopefully,
Well,
one day I'll
that
be able to offer something for people, but at this time, I don't know.
right. You have to set up your own structure, a program. Actually, I
Hmm.
understand clearly because they forget that we deal with that. Mine cost about $4,000 out of pocket because there was a deductible, so I paid that. That's done and over with, so that's clear. But
Your sleeve only cost $4,000?
well, my insurance picked up the rest.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
a friend of mine said it cost about that over in Mexico. A couple of girls flew from Ohio to Mexico and had it done, and it was about that. But mine, far as mine cost more because that was just the deductible. I'm sure it was more than that. It was probably about 15, but it the remaining amount was covered by my insurance. So
Okay.
I just wanted to finish
Well, thank
listening
you
to your
so
show,
much.
and I thought I would catch Kaylee. But hers was a gastro. Yeah, absolutely. She had
Right.
polyps. Those should have been taken care of at the time that they had her open. They could have took care of those polyps at that time. They should have taken care of those when she came and did her colonoscopy. I clearly understand what you're saying, but she needs to follow up with the doctors or get her a new
Yeah, so
gastro.
listen, let's let you get off the line. I don't like discussing other callers. I like us to
That's
just,
okay,
yeah, I
but
feel what
that's
you're saying.
I
Thank
just
you.
wanted to touch base on that.
All right. Oops. Okay, phone lines are open. The telephone number is on the screen. You see it moving right here? It says CALLIN live, right? 323 488 3149. 3149. I'm going to look to see any other questions. I'm starting to get a little bit hungry myself. And I think it's almost about time for me to kind of just relax into my afternoon. I'm feeling so good, y'all. I went out on a great walk today and I ran. I feel good. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name? And where are you calling from?
Hi, my name's Gina, and I'm calling from Illinois.
Hey, Gina, Illinois. We got all these Midwest people in the house. You said Gina
I
or
can't believe
Dina?
I made. I can't believe I made it on air. First off, I love your show.
Thank you.
You've been responding to some of my comments on like posts and stuff. So I just felt energy like, today is the day to call in. There's topics that have been hitting close to home for me, and so I just
Okay.
wanted to take my chance.
All right. So did you say it
So
was
thank you,
Gina or Dina?
Gina, Gina.
Dina. Okay. Well, so Dina, what is your question or comment today?
Oh, it's Gina, like Gina.
Why am I here? Why did I hear? Okay, Gina. All
I
right. All
I
right. Go ahead,
probably
Gina.
me. Mm. Mostly, I didn't so much as have a question, but a comment about advocating for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, my daughter got diagnosed with aplastic anemia,
Mm.
and it's a bone marrow disease. It suppresses her
Oh,
marrow. She can't produce blood cells, and she
oh
can't produce
wow.
the white blood cells, the red blood cells, and the platelets that her body needs to survive. So
Really?
she's gone through huh?
Really?
Yeah. Um,
Wow.
it's been a rough journey. She's had
Uh-huh.
this since December.
Mm-hmm.
We've been going through it. I've been having to actually, I have to heparin lock her lines and flush them out. I actually give her shots. I have to put the needles together and soak it up through the vials and give her shots at home. And it's been countless medicines and craziness. So
Mm-hmm.
I say that to say, when you first go into these things, the doctors tell you, oh, you got to do this and you got to do that, and there's going to be side effects and whatnot. And, all that's understandable. But when things start happening to her, they don't want to listen. They just say, oh, well, the book says. It wasn't until I started doing my own research and really paying attention to the numbers and like this medicine does this and these numbers are doing this and
Mm-hmm.
her body like this when her numbers are at that, and started really seeing and learning for myself what's going on, that she actually started healing. Like I go toe to toe with these doctors on a weekly now about,
Mm.
no, that's not right for her. You need to do this. You need to look into this. And they have
Wow.
their little meet ups and they have to talk to each other and they come back. And 9 times out of 10 now, it's like, I'm the one who's right. And she's been getting better.
Wow.
But, we're Black. I don't feel like they listen to us. I don't feel like they take us seriously. I feel like sometimes she's like an experiment, just a numbers game. Like, let's see if
Oh
we can give
my
her this.
God. How old is your daughter?
She's 11.
Oh, poor little baby.
She had got COVID, and after the COVID hit her, they think that that's what might have sprung on the aplastic anemia. It was
Oh
a really scary
no.
situation. We still don't know exactly what
Yeah.
sprung it on, but it could have been that. And we just
Right.
been going through hell with it. Um,
Yeah. I would
I
like
actually
to
wrote
add some solace
earlier.
though, real quick. When it comes to doctors, a lot of it is experimentation because each person is different and you don't know
Mhm.
what is going to affect a person in a different way. So that's why it's important to see your markers when you do try something, that you speak to your doctor about the shifts that have occurred. But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry that this is happening.
They sent her home once. We went in once to get a blood transfusion that day. Her hemoglobin was like a 7.30 or 50. It was just a little bit above 7. And that Friday that we went in and get the blood transfusion, they decided that they wanted to wait on it. On I didn't realize the numbers at that time yet because I didn't understand them yet. But the next day, my baby woke up screaming in pain. She had the worst headache of her life, and I had to rush her back to the hospital. Turns out her blood was down under a 6, and one of the symptoms of your blood being low is a really bad headache. And they had to
Mm,
give her the blood transfusion. I was so heated at that doctor's as to why they didn't just do it on Friday. And then I
yeah.
told them I want the numbers from the last 4 visits of what her blood was. And I
Yes.
sat there looking at numbers and I did the math. And when I did the math, I tell you, I was like, why didn't you anticipate that she was going to be below a 7? You knew she was going to be below a 7 the very next day. By the way her numbers
Mm,
were dropping, you should have
yeah.
anticipated that and you should not have held her blood. And they said, well, you should have advocated for her. I said, well, I didn't know that information beforehand, but now I do. And you can
Lord
best
have
believe I will be
mercy.
advocating every time
You got to have a
now that I
doggone medical license in order to be able to get medical care. It's like, how is anybody supposed to know everything? Oh,
it's like I'm a mother. I didn't go to school for this stuff. I don't understand this stuff, but
what is
I
the
learned.
hemoglobin level supposed to be at?
They want her at a 12. And with
12?
every person,
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
12 is normal for That's what we're trying to get her back to. And since I've been giving her shots, she's been at a 10 and she's been staying steady with it. But
Oh, wow.
with children, like they don't want to give her blood till she gets to a 6. But with some
Mm.
people, there's teenage girls that can't handle being at an 8 before their body starts shutting down. We learned that my
Mm.
baby can't handle a 7. So it's like
Gotcha.
everybody is different. They
Mm-hmm.
wanted to do like this umbrella theory and go by the books and be like, well, she's at a 7, so we're going to wait. And we learned real quickly that that's a no. You will not
Oh
wait if
my
she's at a
goodness.
7. If she gets
Let
there
me ask you a
close,
question. Do you
give
have
her blood.
support at this time, emotionally and psychologically?
Not really. Um,
You might
I'm
have to
out of
look into
state.
getting
Me
a
and my daughter.
support group. Yeah, you might have to look into getting a support group or even look on Meetup and get some other mothers who have children who are ailing and find some people to provide to support for you and one another because this is not easy. The journey that you're on is not an easy journy. And you have got
It
to,
wasn't.
yeah, you know what? I was feeling depressive feelings earlier today and I realized it's been cold and cloudy in New York, and I haven't gone out for my morning walk slash run. And I realized that I have to adopt working out as a part of my mental health care. You may think that it's for physical health, but mental health care, there are different things that different people need. And you have got to stay on top of your mental health care. Okay, Gina?
Mhm. And like some of the things I do try to work out whenever I start to get drained. I'll do push-ups and then like the blood gets flowing and I feel better. Like when I'm having my breakdown and the
Okay.
weather's been getting nicer, so me and her go outside for walks or we try to get to the park. So that type of energy just helps. Like even having fresh air come in
Yeah, but you
on the
know what?
days that we
Don't wait. Don't wait until, they say if you feel thirsty, you've already dehydrated. So,
true.
what type of injections are you giving her? There's somebody who says she swears by Floridix.
She's getting Neupogen injections 3 times a week. I have to put the little things together and shoot her with Neupogen, and that's to raise her A and C levels so she can fight infections.
Okay, okay. Well, you know what? Continue to do what it is that you're doing. The only thing that I'll say is to make sure that you find out what it is that you need for mental health care. If you have insurance, please speak to a therapist. Have that therapist give you recommendations for support groups in your area. You said you're out of state temporarily, or
I'm actually been living in Texas, and we've been fighting to get her home with me in Texas, where my support system actually is. But the father has been fighting that because he's learned that he can make money off of her sickness. He made he made merchandise. He told people she had leukemia, and he's got people just going crazy, just giving him all this money while he pretends he's with her at the hospital and stuff. And so we're actually fighting it to get her away from this environment and get her safe in my support system where I have in
yeah, I'm
Texas.
gonna send a
Where
big slap for that. Oh, my big slap is not here. Where's my big slap at? Hold on. Here it is. Pow! I'm gonna send a big slap for that father. And you need to stay strong. Okay, stay strong. Thank you so much for
yeah,
calling in, Gina.
thank you for talking to me and letting me release some of this. But yeah, it's so
Well,
important to like
you know what? Hold
see
on, hold
something.
on, hold on. If it feels good for you to release just on this phone call, you definitely need to get yourself a therapist. And they have telehealth visits now where you can speak to a therapist over the phone. So you can also do support groups over the phone. They're doing Zoom support groups right now. Get yourself some support. Can you pledge to us some assurance that you're going to look into getting a therapist? What can you tell us today to assure us that you will?
Just that I've been trying. We've had a lot of
No,
appointments
that's not the
and court
question.
stuff.
That's not the
So like
question.
I can
That
do
hold on.
it. I
That's
want
not the question, Gina. The question is, and I only want you to answer about getting yourself a therapist. What assurance can you give us that you will look into getting a therapist even for a telehealth visit?
just to continue to Google to see if I can find a free one to talk to me.
You
I
don't
am
have
in
you
some
don't have
support groups
insurance?
and face. I
You
can
don't,
just say that I'm looking, and since
honey,
you've given me
you don't
like
have insurance?
no, I don't personally. My daughter's on insurance, and I need to get back on insurance.
Yeah, you can, especially now that income tax has been filed, you can go onto the marketplace, put in your income, and you can get insurance that's within your budget. No?
I can look into it. It's just been rough because like I was living in another state and then I'm in Illinois, so it's like kind of just I'm in like a limbo of where I actually live right now because of all the
Do
stuff
you
that
still
we've
have a
been through.
mailing address in Illinois?
I do.
Okay. So
So
they
it's
won't have
a
if
lot of
you get if you get a telehealth visit, because ultimately you're going back to Illinois. That's what you're fighting for. When you get a
no, I'm
telehealth,
going we're leaving we're leaving hopefully soon to get her to
right?
better health care and
But you're
support
going back to
system.
Illinois, correct?
No, we're in Illinois now. We are
Trying to
trying
get
to
back to
leave.
Texas.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Do
We're
you
trying
have
to
you have an address in Texas that you can?
yeah.
Okay, so you can file for insurance, right? Let me ask
But
the
I'm
people
not
out there.
right now.
Hmm? What?
So I'm trying to get back. I'm not in Texas right now. I'm trying to get back to Texas.
Listen to what it is that I'm saying. Sometimes a problem seems a
Hmm.
lot larger than it is in terms of just scope. You want health insurance, right? You're going back to Texas, right? You have an address
Hmm.
in Texas. So when you fill out for your health insurance, you can fill out for your health insurance in Texas because what you want is to see a therapist and you can see your therapist over the phone so they don't know which state you're in. You could be in Texas still because you're going to be on the phone or on Zoom. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, so it's like
That's
even while you're in limbo, but the thing is, right? Get yourself a life raft while you're in the water. It seems like you're saying, oh, well, I have to get to solid ground before I get the life raft, but get the life raft to be able to help you get to solid ground because you have to stay strong psychologically, emotionally. You have to be able to repair yourself.
it's
Do
just
you
kind of hard to
understand?
repair yourself when you're repairing somebody else. But I get what you're saying,
You
and
have to put your
therapy has
oxygen
heavy on my mind.
mask on first. You cannot help your daughter if you are laid out somewhere. You have to
You're
put your
right.
oxygen mask on to be able to help your daughter. You have to get yourself some psychological help. You have to. This is not a matter of convenience. This is a matter of life and death because stress will make you ill. The emotions, if you don't let emotions out, they build up in the body does not have a way to release them, so it covers them up in tumors and health issues. Gina, you have got to get psychological assistance now.
And I don't disagree with you at all.
They're saying that you
I've
can get
already
health insurance on the
been.
marketplace right now. Go to the marketplace. Are you on your phone right now?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. I want you to Google Obamacare because that'll still take you to the marketplace. Okay. Google it, put the
Okay.
phone down or put me on speaker and Google Obamacare.
Okay.
Okay, what do you see? Do you see the website for the Affordable Care Act? Here, let me Google
I see the
Obamacare.
yeah, Affordable Care Act
Okay.
222 plans. Mhm.
Obamacare. Yes, because they when you type in Obamacare, it'll still take you there. In New York, it takes you to healthcare.gov, right? So here,
Mhm.
let me put the thing on the screen, right? Here, it's on the screen right now. When you type in Obamacare, it'll take you right to here. So healthcare.gov, right? Still need health
Mhm.
insurance? See if you can enroll. So this is what comes up for me in New York. I don't know what you'll find in the area that you're in, but then you just put in your information, and then you fill out, you put in, and they even have, if do you need financial help and all of that, you can get all the information on that site. So
Mm.
can you please, when you get off the phone with me, click to see if you can enroll for healthcare now, okay?
Mhm.
Because you need to be able to have psychological assistance during this battle. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, Gina, on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to click through to see if you can enroll for healthcare on a scale of 1 to 10 right now?
A 10. It's definitely a 10.
Hey, you know what? Let's dance to that. Come on now. Hey, I'm happy. Oh, come on, Gina. If you not dancing, I want you to get up and come dance with your girl. Come on. Come on. Hey,
Oh, I'm
hey, 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 hey. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Thank you, Gina. I'm so happy to hear it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
thank you. Brought a smile to my face.
Thank you. I'm so happy, Gina. Thank you, thank you, thank
I
you.
just want to let you know my thoughts are positive.
Hold on, I'm sorry. The applause is going on. Let me turn this down a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Sorry, go
But
ahead, go
I just
ahead.
want to let you know that has been doing much better with the advocating. We found her better medicine. Her numbers have been going up, and the doctors work with me a lot more. The more you speak up to them and tell them like something's not right for you, like just because
Mm-hmm.
they're a doctor doesn't mean you have to just sit there and be like, yeah, you're right, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
You can
absolutely.
you can argue their points. You can ask them questions, and you can definitely get what's right for your situation instead of
Yep.
being a yes man because you're like, oh, well, they're smarter than me. I'm just going to listen. No, like everybody
Mm-hmm.
has their own intelligence and people know their body or their
Yes,
children's body more than a stranger looking in.
yes,
Degrees or not, you can get the
absolutely.
help you need.
So you know what? Keep doing your thing. I'm gonna let you get off the phone so that you can sign up for health insurance. And then if you ever get a chance to give us an update on that, please do. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.
All right. So I'm going to take one last phone call and then we're going to get out of here. Oh, wow. Somebody put some really inside of their drink. And wow, I haven't heard of this story. Go to tanyatko.com, click on contact, and send me the story. But that right there, you know what? That's grimy. Um, However, better now than to be tied to a person like that for life. She need to get out of that situation ASAP because that person sound crazy. That person sound crazy. All right, last phone call. Here's the number 323-488-3149. All right. So Tracy is saying she can get counseling anywhere, but she will have to go to the doctor in Texas. Well, it seems as if what we're talking about is just getting a telehealth visit for mental health care. Stay on top of that. You're in the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Raquel.
I'm sorry. Tell us your name again and where you're calling from. I couldn't hear you.
Raquel Paradin from Long Island, New York.
Hey, we got NYC in the house. Welcome, NYC. Raquel, talk to us.
Hi. So, my question is, I actually just restarted my, journey to weight loss like a few days ago, actually, because it's been on and off for quite a while now. And I'm just wondering, because there's so many different methods, so many things, what is the most important thing you've taken away from your journey? and what has worked for you and what hasn't.
In terms of,
In terms of, I guess, becoming healthier, in general, and just having that mindset of just not picking something up and having food for comfort, I guess, because
just
that's
do
where
the
I struggle the most.
psychological,
Is I
do the
eat and just
psychological work.
whatever,
Do the
and don't really
psychological.
think about it.
Can you hear me? Do the psychological work. That's my biggest takeaway from my journey, is that you have got to invest emotionally and psychologically in doing the work.
Okay. So, a psychologist.
You can work with many different types of therapists, a psychologist, a hypnotherapist. I did hypnotherapy as well during my journey. So I say work with as many different people as you can to get the healing that you need.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. You have a great day.
You too.
All right. Somebody is saying that there's ads during the live. The ads are not even turned on yet. I'm not making any money from the video just yet. I got to turn on my ads after the live. Well, they putting ads in my video. I don't know where that money is going because I don't got the ads turned on. But nonetheless, I appreciate all of you for coming out. I'm going to check the Apple before we go. What is that I hear? All right. Uche sends $2 and says, what's your maintenance plan for the new lifestyle? Well, for me, I just have continued to walk. I've brought it up to a jog and walk, just trying to build up my endurance. I am continuing to not cook with oils, to eat quinoa each day because quinoa is a complete protein. To listen to my body in terms of what nutrients and vitamins I'm craving and allow those types of fruits and plants inside of my life. I have been eating a vegan diet since coming back. I've not had sugar. I eat very little salt, and I have cut oil out of my cooking process. I do still eat fats, but I eat fats in the form of whole nuts, as well as avocado. Avocados don't really agree with me. And I've also been doing coffee and wheatgrass enemas. So that's what I've been doing to maintain and keep up. I'm sorry. I ran today and I've been listening to this guy by the name of David Goggins, I believe his name is. Black guy. Let me Google him real quick. I know his last name is Goggins. Yeah, so I've been listening to David Goggins. And oh Lord, oh David, what is this now? The man look goody. Hey, let me see if I can get the thing. Here it is. Uh-oh, wrong thing. Let me grab. Here it is. Oh, this is not the right screen. Ah, whatever. Here, look at that. I am not, this is all right with me nonetheless. So I've been listening to David Goggins and he's just mind altering. His stuff is just so amazing, right? And so he says that whatever you think your limit is, go past that because there's so much more in your potential that you're not unlocking. He says that when you reach your max, that you're really only at about 40% and you still have a lot more that you can go. So I went jogging today. I pushed myself past my point and I am beat. Whew, I'm tired. I came in and I juiced. And you know what's really great about juicing? When you juice, you get the juice for yourself, but you also get the ground up vegetables that you can put in your garden to turn into compost. So that was amazing. So I feel so exhausted right now. Whew. But yeah, so juicing is amazing in that you get to get the juice out and you get to change the rest of the roughage into compost. So that's great. So I'm happy about that. Listen, I want you all to give me your self-love lessons that you learned from this video. Let me give her heart. Come on, give me your self-love lessons that you learned from this video. Um, oh, I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. Oh, listen, ladies, the makeup party is this weekend if you bought the vegan makeup pack. The makeup party is this weekend, so I just wanted to let you all know in case there's anybody who hasn't signed up for it yet. If you've not signed up for the makeup party yet, you've got to write to me ASAP. If you bought the makeup pack and you have not signed up for the makeup party, come to my website and write to me ASAP because I want you to get in. All right. I use the ground up veggies in a salad or I boil hot water and steep them and drink it. What? I guess. But how do you strain it? I don't know what's going on. Well, I used it in my garden today. I don't know about anything else. I guess it could turn into a vegetable broth, right? I just never heard of such a thing, but it's okay. Oh. Excuse me, suburb, stop telling your damn lies here. You're gonna get a lot of people to become obese telling your lies. I won't even read it out loud. Come on, let's do the self-love lesson and get out of here. I need some high energy music. Come on. Oh, oh, oh. Maintain your mental health. Perfect. This veggie oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Hey, Tanya. Come on. Let's see SLL. Type SLL. Let's see the self-love lesson. I'm too tired to get up and try to dance for you all. Black, you forgot to sign up of all people. All right. Hey, 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 hey. Come on. What's the self-love lesson? Oh, Philly is in Korea. Put a mask on first. Self-love lesson. Yes, yes. Patriot. Excuse me, but listen, cannabis is not going to make you slim. Cannabis is going to activate your ghrelin, I believe it is, that's going to make you eat more. And y'all are going to end up so heavy that they're going to have to roll you out the front door. Advocate for yourself and get your levels checked. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, advocate for self. Yes, thank you. Go on your healing journey. Find your path in this world. Yes, yes, I love that. 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 Yes. Oh my goodness. You know what? You all are talking junk in the comments that are going to get a lot of people to get the munchies and eat more. So Goggins is intense, but you know what? I love listening to him. I love how he curses with abandon. I love it. I love it. Follow your own mind, self-love lesson. Advocate for me and my dependents with doctors. Yes. Always pursue education in matters that matter to me. Yes. If a doctor doesn't want to listen or help change, oh my God, you about to make me jump up and dance, girl. But I'm still a little tired. I gotta. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. All right. Health lie in your gut. You are what you eat. Organic is the way. That's the self-love lesson you got from this. Okay. I co-sign. Ollie is saying you are a fine lady. Okay. All right. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to lay down. Thank you all so much for coming out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really just need just like a little nap, a little tiny little nap. I'm just gonna grab. Don't assume a doctor knows everything. That is perfect. Let me get our outro screen on. Bye, everyone. Bye. I will see you all later. Oh, I gotta just lay down for just 5 minutes. I just need 5 minutes. I was about to say, I just need 5 minutes, baby. I don't even know who I'm talking to. I'm delirious. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.